Did I used to have something on the table? It's probably the clone helmet. I'm not going to get up again. Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with The Bad Batch. Star Wars The Bad Batch in particular. Last time, I can't remember what the last episode was called, but basically, it might have been like Camino Lost? Something like that. I could look this up very easily, but I'm just kind of not. Anyway, but yeah, so the Batch was dealing with Camino being destroyed. They ended up making it out. They offered Crosshair to come back, but Crosshair didn't want to. And so, yeah, he basically went off, following his own path with the Empire. And, yeah, that's pretty much where we left it. I don't remember if there was a cliffhanger or anything, but, yeah. Anywho, it's time for Season 2 of The Bad Batch. Isn't that great? It's been a while. It's been a little while. Last season came out, that was top of last year, wasn't it? I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was in the middle of 2020. Oh god, the years are blending together. Anyway, so you probably noticed from the title that this is not going to be, well, kind of a normal reaction. I mean, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. So, if you watched my Andor reactions, which some of you probably did, some, I don't know, maybe all of you did, I don't know, maybe that'd be great. But basically, halfway through Andor, I kind of just couldn't keep up with doing just one episode every week. So what I ended up doing was I did clumps of, I would do a video that had 3 episodes and then another video that had 3 episodes. And those were kind of, were put up kind of, I don't know, how do you say this? It took a while. It took me a while to get to those, but that's for a bunch of other reasons that I won't get into. But basically, we're kind of doing the same thing here today. That basically, today, I'm going to go through the first 4 episodes of Season 2 of The Bad Batch. And then next month, we're going to go through the next 4. And I'm just going to do it like that because, yeah, that's just kind of where we are. I've said before that my Star Wars reactions don't really get a lot of views, but I've decided that at the very least I'm going to continue the shows I've already started. So I will do Andor Season 2. When Mandalorian comes back, I'll do that. If they do another Boba Fett, I'll do that. Bad Batch, definitely doing that, as you can see. But I don't think I'm going to be starting any new Star Wars reactions on here, so yeah. And yeah, pretty much all of my Star Wars reactions are going to kind of go to this format. So basically, the format, it's pretty simple. I watch an episode, pause, we talk about it for about 5 minutes, then we watch the next episode, and this keeps going, basically. So yeah. Yeah, so that's just how it's going to be on this, on the Bad Batch from now on. So, you'll still get pretty much the same kind of reaction, but it's the same kind of reaction as Star Platinum. No, you'll basically get the same kind of reaction. It's just it's just how I'm managing which episodes, basically. So, yeah. With that said, why don't we just go ahead and jump right into the first one? And I guess because it is the beginning of the season, full length is available for free. If you want to go try that in the description, you'll get all 4 episodes, all these first 4 episodes, completely free and full length if you want to try that out. But if you don't, stick around and we'll watch the episode right here. So with that said, let's jump right into Season 2, Episode 1 of The Bad Batch. Here we go. Love that intro. Just the and it goes. Wow. That is a beautiful tropical island. Nope. Oh god, giant enemy crabs.
I have to do this right now. We're on a mission.
That does not give you a pass on your studies.
Nah.
Tech, we've got the cargo. We could use some firepower. Rekka woke the pod, didn't he?
Nah. Yes. Oh. Good job. Thank God that bow is actually useful against these things. Everybody on, let's go! Let's get out of here. Back to Sid's.
Greetings, it is I, AZ345.
Hey!
Yeah, we know.
You are all quite late.
Yay, AZ got a new job.
Extremely vocal about her displeasure.
Well, there's a surprise.
Nuh.
The rogue clones on the run from the Empire, huh? How juicy.
You told her.
Don't get twitchy. She's a friend. She's the most trustworthy pirate I know.
Is it supposed to be comforting?
Trustworthy pirate.
You. Let's see those muscles in action. Grab that and follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
And Sid, that intel's not free. I expect a cut if your top team comes through.
Nope. Next mission, we move on.
That is Castle Sereno, the former home of Count Dooku.
Ooh.
Who's that?
A Jedi who betrayed the Republic and led the Separatists in a war.
With him being dead, Dooku's entire war chest is up for grabs. The Empire's already started pillaging his palace. Pull off this heist, and you'll have the means to disappear. No more risky missions. No more living hand to mouth. You can have a future. Isn't that what you're after?
Interesting. Things are starting to close in, you know? Johnny Law's on his way.
With what we're up against, we have to be prepared to fight. That means numbers and weapons. That's not the kind of life this kid deserves. Our lives are like this because of Omega. Taking her off Kamino was the right thing to do. But there are others out there who need our help. We've seen what the Empire's doing throughout the galaxy. We should be doing more.
Get a rebellion going, man. It's not exactly a soundproof curtain. They still got clones down there.
There's over 40 troopers down there.
At least I think. Maybe they're not, though.
Remember?
Ooh, prototypes.
Echo.
I'd say that qualifies as high value.
How could all of this belong to one person?
Ah,
It is safe to
crystals.
assume that the majority of Dooku's
Or just
fortune came from the many worlds
gems.
he controlled and exploited, all in the name of his war effort.
That's what corrupt people do.
Oh! Okay, they almost did.
We gotta go. Go where?
Up there. Woo! Well, this is Dooku's room. This is friggin'. This is his office.
Excuse me.
Hold back.
Now they gotta leave the stuff.
Any idea how we're getting out of here?
Does Dooku have like a trap door?
It's jammed. Oh, I can fix that. Wait, no.
All they did was just fall down a hole. Oh, let's just get out of here.
When are the re-entry boosters supposed to fire?
I think they should have by now.
That is going to be a problem.
Any second now. Any second. Any second. Oh. Any second now. Oh, God. Oh, dang it, that paused it. Friend, I just love listening to the Bad Batch theme because it always reminds me of friggin' the second JoJo opening. Because every time it gets to that point, I guess it gets to Omega's theme. I always sing bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba ba ba. Anyway, that's just what I think, and it works out because Ben Diskin's in this anyway. So, man, what a good point for a cliffhanger too. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just as soon as it cut, I was like, wait, no, don't end. So, luckily, we're gonna keep going in just a sec once I finish this note. I'm just gonna put south because things went south. Man, what an interesting idea too. Because honestly, it's like, you know, I don't know how much time has passed since Order 66 at this point. Like, I would say like a couple months passed during season 1. It might have been at least a month since Camino, I would say. So yeah, and just the fact that the Empire is like now getting to Dooku's castle, you know. But that's really good, and it makes sense that they would. Yeah, man was rich. Go get all those riches and stuff, you know. So yeah, really interesting stuff. A good place to throw the Bad Batch into. So alrighty. Oh God, excuse me. Let's jump right into episode 2.
We are descending at a rate of speed that is most concerning.
No.
Don't worry! The re-entry thrusters should engage soon!
If they don't, we're all dead!
Nope. There you go. Ow. That's still gonna hurt.
Tech, did you reach the escape pods yet?
Not exactly. We are using an alternate mode of transport. My calculations have us crashing towards the upper forest region of the planet.
Crashing?
No. Man, I hope there's some valuable stuff in here. Yep.
What's happening?
Yeah, y'all are teetering.
Haven't fully landed yet. Go, go, go!
Oh no. Oh!
Tick!
Oh, yeah. I guess Echo doesn't have a second hand to use.
We're being followed.
It's Vincent Price.
Don't move.
Here, try that.
What is it?
Look inside.
Whoa.
There are jewels in here?
Kaleidoscope.
No, it's only reflected glass. It's an optical illusion.
Then
This voice
it's
sounds familiar.
Not treasure?
Oh, for blast's sake. It's a toy. This here contains a fragment of my people's history. Our culture, art, music, memories.
A separatist archive.
Those exist in Star Wars?
Fascinating.
Not separatist. Serenian. We did exist before the war, you know.
Nah.
Pick up the pace. We're in business.
Ooh. Good shot.
Boom! I'll make a pretty good tank. Incoming!
He is the tank.
Look! I packed it full of the shiny stuff!
Did you not hear the blaster fire? There are troopers out there. We have to go.
Close the top flap.
The thieves have one pin.
Oh. Oh god, Tech has to fight. Oof. He did it. Barely. Oh no, the shinies. Man, forget about it.
Hurry! This whole bench is gonna go.
I can get it back. I have to.
Oh no.
Omega, forget about the war chest. It's not important.
Yes, it is. I heard what you said to Hunter on the Marauder. You don't have a normal life because of me.
This is not what he meant.
You have to let it go.
Indiana. Let it go.
We made the right choice, Omega. I'd do it all again.
Yeah.
As of now, we've recovered 85%.
Oh, this
of the
dude.
war chest.
What's his name?
But I'll chase that number to perfection, sir.
Your failure to ensure the transfer of this cargo is not why I am here. I've come to address some inaccuracies in your mission report.
Oh, okay.
What inaccuracies?
If Governor Tarkin were to learn of my misstep, then I would be at risk. And that cannot happen. Which is why a new report will be submitted.
Okay.
One void of any mention of Clone Force 99.
Sir, I will not falsify an official report.
I understand. I will.
Oh no, Wilco. Fucking Rampart. It's like that guy from Andor. Is that it? That's it. I'll go ahead and just pause it. Friggin' Rampart. Man, this guy sucks. Man. He definitely... He reminds me of the one guy, was it Blevin from Andor? He's more concerned about the politics or about his status than anything else. I don't know. I mean, I guess I understand, but it's like, man, this sucks. It's like, oh, just because you failed, and you're scared of Tarkin. I mean, everyone would be scared of Tarkin, but still, I don't know. Man, it's an interesting thing when, it's an interesting thing with the toy, that it's like, oh yeah, Omega probably didn't have many toys growing up on Kamino, did she? You know? Now granted, I guess she has some, but I don't know. It's just a toy, you know? But she's not used to that. She hasn't had any sort of normal childhood, so... And yeah, it's interesting, the whole, the misunderstanding with Echo, and it's like, well, I don't really think that's what he meant, you know? It's like, it's not really that it's like, oh, this is because of Omega that our lives are like this, and it's like, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, I know he didn't mean it in that way, you know, but it was you can easily take it as something else, you know? Nah. Alrighty. Well, it's a good thing that they didn't, they spared us of Sid being pissed, you know? So, there's at least that. So, why don't we go ahead and move on to episode 3.
Desix does not fall under Imperial jurisdiction. Take your forces and leave peacefully.
Well, your request has been received, reviewed, and, as you can see, rejected.
Who's this freaking green officer over here? Oh, she got droids! Yay!
I have a message for your empire.
Interesting. Hey, Crosshair.
Remind me, how long were you left stranded on that Kaminoan platform before being recovered?
32 rotations.
Jeez.
All that time. Left for dead, and yet you still came back. Why?
32 days
I'm
alone.
a soldier of the Empire.
The battle memorial.
It's been a while. Good to see you.
Commander Cody.
Cody.
I didn't recognize you.
Yeah, you didn't have the orange.
A lot's changed, as you well know.
No.
Regs have gone AWOL too.
So I've heard. Rumors are more and more clones have been questioning the Order.
Then they are traitors. Like the Jedi.
Well, good soldiers follow orders.
Crosshair has a friend. Man, Cody. I mean, Cody was on Utapau. He went against Obi-Wan.
Release me this instant!
Negative. The governor said to keep a close eye on you.
I am the legitimate governor of Desix, you scrap heap!
You'll have your freedom once we have ours.
I love battle droids.
Dooku was right in the end. He knew the Republic was corrupt, that it would collapse and become something worse. He saw it coming. The Galactic Empire.
You lost that war.
You wonder how much he really did know, though. I guess he couldn't have known everything, you know? 'Cause that's what Maul said. Neither he nor Dooku knew the entire plan. Oh, it's gonna be a heck of a landing. Yeah. God, I get to root for battle droids now. This is great.
That doesn't look good. Yeah, for them. We found the shuttle. There are no survivors.
Confirmed. Return to the city.
Roger, roger.
No, those two are alive.
Any direction we come at that tank, they'll pick us off.
These tanks all have the same weakness. The droids operating them. I'll draw their fire while you move into position. Trust me.
You do make things interesting.
See, this is good at least. Cody would trust him, you know? It's a good thing for Crosshair. You don't get too many of those, you know? Is it going for the barrel? Oh! It's like Looney Tunes. Just gotta plug up the barrel, and I shouldn't be doing that on YouTube.
There has to be a tactical droid giving them orders.
Then let's divide their forces. Wyler, Nova, you with us. We'll take the north axis. Team 2, take the south.
So this is interesting that I was literally about to talk about Cody still has his personality. Most of them still have their names, which is interesting.
It's okay. We're here to help.
If they're natives, I don't think they want Empire help. Droidicus. Oh god. Uh-oh. Nah, that was too fast. Yeah, get it while it moves. I feel like nobody's tried that. Ah, that was clever. That was really good. I like that. Oh no, it's the get good droids. Oh no.
Any ideas?
Just try and keep up.
Oh. Ah, mirrors. Oh, he's got a knife. Oh, it worked.
Cody! Cody!
For help.
Where do you need the puck?
Throw it.
How far?
As far
Where?
as you can.
Oh. Ah. Oh. Just had to wait for that all to line up. Oh, they got flamethrowers now. That seems like it would be a bit ineffective against battle droids, but eh.
We are not the enemy. The Empire seeks to establish peace and order throughout the galaxy.
Peace. There was a time I believed in that. So much so my colleague Mina Monteri and I put forth a treaty with Separatists and Republic senators alike.
Oh, I remember that.
Your Supreme Chancellor rejected it. I realized then, peace was never an option.
Ah, she said the thing.
We both lived through one war. Let's not start another. Too many people have died already. We can resolve this without more bloodshed. Please, do this for your people.
You can't fight the whole Empire on your own.
Nicely handled. Now execute her.
Sir, I promised a peaceful...
You did, I didn't. Now execute her.
Is Cody gonna do it?
So much for peace.
Nah. Yeah, Crosshair would.
Put her body in the square. Let it be a warning to the rest of them.
There's a little bitch over here. God damn it. Man, Cody tried, though. Man. I would be so down for a Cody redemption arc, honestly.
Tell me something, Crosshair.
Do you bleed?
This new empire. Are we making the galaxy better?
We're soldiers. We do what needs to be done.
You're not talking to the right guy about this.
You know what makes us different from battle droids? We make our own decisions. Our own choices. And we have to live with them too.
Damn.
Why not Commander Cody?
Cody?
CC-2224.
Yes. It appears he has gone AWOL.
Wow, just like that.
Clone loyalty does not seem to be as advertised anymore. Funny, isn't it? How these clones around you keep disappearing.
Because they realize that Crosshair's a shit and they leave. Damn. And no Bad Batch theme for that. Oh, boy. Well, that one was interesting, wasn't it? I love, as soon as I say, oh, maybe we can have like a Cody redemption arc, he's out. Cody bailed immediately. Well, good on Cody, you know? It does bring up, because there was a clone last season, wasn't there? I can't remember his name, but there was a clone on Ryloth, I believe, who... Like, that was another big one where it's like, well, did he, why hasn't his, personality been changed by Order 66? And now we see that Cody, we saw in Revenge of the Sith that Cody did try to take out Obi-Wan. It didn't completely alter him. And now, see, it's interesting. It's the difference of, we have these clones like the Bad Batch, like Rex, who... defected immediately upon Order 66, pretty much, within an hour or two for someone like Rex, or even the Bad Batch, to an extent. It's that, they deserted after that. But now, Cody being like, well, he has done a couple things. He has gone through a few things, you know, and now he's deserting. And so now he has to live with some of the choices he's made with the Empire, you know? So that was interesting. So yeah, but hey, good on Cody. Good on Cody for immediately bailing, you know? Man, oh man. That's crazy. That was a really good episode. I like that. And yeah, I'm glad that I'm glad that the show feels comfortable enough to do an entire episode just with Crosshair, you know? Even though D. Bradley Baker is still credited as the Bad Batch. All we saw was Crosshair in this one. Okay. But I see that they also still credited Omega and everyone. So they are the two principal actors. So yeah. I also wanted to, you know what, we'll save that for the discussion. I remembered at the start of the episode, I was going to look up who voiced, Romar, but we'll look that up after the next episode. So, I've still got time. So, why don't we jump right into episode 4.
Skill set will come in real useful on this one. Especially you, Muscles. You're gonna be my security crew.
We will require a more detailed briefing than that.
No time. The shuttle's waiting.
Maybe it'll be fun.
Works for me.
No. Alright, so no Hunter, no Echo in this one. At least, not in this mission. Oh, pod racing.
Whoa! It's called riot racing.
Or that. Oh, jeez. Okay, so maybe a little bit more intense than pod racing.
Greetings, boss lady. Did you enjoy the show? It's impressive, wasn't it? Did you see me out there?
He's a droid.
Your ringer is a droid.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You have a problem with droids, human? You think you can make the split-second calculation to one out there? You want to challenge Teo?
I do not have enough information about this sport to determine that at this time.
Then take a seat, spectacled spectator.
Alright, then. I mean, yeah, if Echo had the information, he probably could. I bet Anakin could.
Ciderin Scaleback. It's been a
Is that her
long
name?
time since yacht.
What's he saying?
You do not want to know.
If you're so confident, how about our standard side wager? Let's see who has the better racer.
Deal.
What's the wager? God, please be something dumb.
Jet Venom and Teo are in the lead.
Jet
Given the
Venom?
unpredictable nature of
Oh, that's a
this
great
force,
name.
I cannot determine who the victor will be.
Oh no, they got a protocol droid in there. Jeez.
Thank you. And speaking of injury and death, the Lead Racers are approaching Gambler's Cove.
Boy, you want to talk about a splash zone. No. Hitting the engine with a buzzsaw. Oh. Man, that was a wipeout.
You are out of time.
Wanna step in here? I didn't bring you two for the company.
At least he brought Wrecker.
No, that's not how you connect the servo. Let Teo instruct you how to do this properly.
Yeah,
Instead
no.
of repairing him,
This is not the first time she has required our assistance due to her dealings with individuals of questionable integrity.
No.
It is a problematic pattern.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah? Did you forget you were working on me? Because it seems like you're just having a conversation about nonsense over there. How about a little less chatter, a little more spanner?
You know what? I'm gonna put it out there. I don't like this droid. He's kind of annoying.
Open your eyes, human. If you want to win out there, offense is the best.
What?
We have a wipeout down in the pit.
Oh no.
Teo!
Oh no, Teo. Teo.
Looks like a forfeit. No racer means Sid loses.
Tech's gonna have to step in.
We have to do something.
I will be the racer.
Yeah, Tech!
He's not joking.
You heard him? The bet's still on.
Yeah! Yeah, Tech! Let's go!
Quick draw Quasar. The Trickster Blaster Raptor.
Oh.
Hyperrod on a 7-deuce blaster. And finally, Tech. Tech? Anything else on this guy?
Tech.
Okay, and here we go.
Man, this is just F-Zero. I love it. Alright, now he's got to take that left tunnel, right? Even if it's a death trap. I bet that's going to be the key.
Kid, don't take the left tunnel. That's it, it's a death trap.
Nah, that's the trick.
Tech's coming in.
Well, what's he doing?
They were slowing me down.
Alright, forget the weapons.
What are they doing?
You turned off your targeting system. Is everything okay?
I can use it to my advantage.
It's too dangerous. The speeder can't make that jump.
It will if I'm going fast enough.
Must go faster, must go faster. He's following you. Oh, no, you're not gonna make that. I see. You gotta have enough speed to go along the walls. Oh! Nope, that guy didn't make it. Ah! Yeah, you guys get hooked. Oh! Ah! Yeah, Tech! Good job, Tech.
You sound surprised.
I love Tech.
I'll make it up to you. Come on. We're out of here.
Freaking... Don't even try it.
You
Alrighty. And we'll cut it there. Alrighty. Oh, boy, oh boy. That was a really strong start to the season, I think. You know? Like, I was kind of... I don't know, like, I was a bit more excited with those episodes than some of the episodes in Season 1, you know? And this last one definitely feels... I mean, this last one was definitely, like, the most... I mean, I don't want this to sound bad, but the most, like, fillery, you know? And I know there's such a negative connotation with filler and stuff, but some filler is fine. I'm totally fine with some filler, you know? And this, you know, if you want to call it that, which I think you can as sort of a filler episode, I think was really, really friggin' good, you know? So, yeah. Man, I love that Tech just doesn't, like, he's just, like, not, I don't know, he's not concerned, he's not proud or anything, like, he just gets through that and he's like, yeah, I won. I said I was going to, you know? Alrighty. So, let's go back. Let's talk about each episode together. We will start with episode 1. So that was interesting. We started off with the beach, which was a good cold open, giving off some Dead Man's Chest vibes of running away from the natives of that one island, you know? But I like that. That was good. And we see Omega still studying, which I'm glad, you know, that obviously has some payoff, you know? And that's a good thing, too, to show, I feel like, because I feel like there are some shows where, like, they would just sort of get better. But I like that this shows, yeah, Omega has to learn a lot of stuff, you know? Especially because, you know, it wasn't either programmed into her or she didn't go through normal, like, clone training with on Kamino. So I like showing that she has a lot of studying that she does, you know? But hey, it's working out. We got the introduction of Sid's friend Fee, who never came back, which was interesting. Like, I assume she'll come back at some point, you know? But I don't know. At least I'm hoping so. But we got someone who gave her the intel on the whole thing at Dooku's castle, which was good. So yeah, and I love going back to that, because, yeah, it's like, you never really think about, I mean, that's sort of a problem with, well, not a problem, but it's something about episode 3. Well, I mean, I don't know, I guess that's, okay, so what I was going to say is, it's a thing about episode 3, it's like, you kind of forget about the Separatists after that, because it's like, oh yeah, and the Separatists, they were all killed off, Dooku was killed, and then it's like, oh, and now the Empire. And then you just go on to episode 4, and they never mention that in the original trilogy. But I will say one thing is that probably another problem with the prequels is that I feel like the whole situation with the war, like, doesn't, like, I feel like it's not, oh god, I keep kicking my table. I feel like it's not, like, conveyed properly. And I don't know, maybe that's just a problem for me, maybe other people were able to get it fine, but it's just a thing of, like, the politics between the Republic and the Separatists and everything. I feel like none of that is portrayed properly in the movies. The Clone Wars picks up on a lot of that, and you start to understand, you know, everything, the politics of the Separatists and why they separate. You know, Dooku, who, yes, you know, he has this whole thing of, you know, being a former Jedi and everything. Oh, yeah, well, I just remembered suddenly that there is Tales of the Jedi, and I just remembered, I was like, oh, am I going to react to that? And it's like, well, I did just say at the beginning of this episode that I wouldn't start anything new, but if that's only 6 episodes, then maybe I could pop over to that. And I know they're short too. They're shorter than even these episodes, so I could probably just pop all 6 of them in one video. But I don't know. I'll have to think about that sometime. I might not. It just kind of depends. But suffice to say, I haven't watched Tales of the Jedi yet. But yeah, so what was I saying? But with Dooku, it's like, you know, Dooku, who, yes, had his reasons for leaving the Jedi Order and everything, but at the same time, he was in on the plan, at least somewhat, with Palpatine, you know? But you then see all the other Separatists, they were legit, you know? They were legit in separating from the Republic, you know? So I like seeing more of that. And even here, it's like, oh yeah, the Empire would go and raid Dooku's castle and get all of his fortune, you know? So that was good. And then, yeah, we had everything with Echo, where Echo, still, you know, coming off of season 1, even though, you know, he found his place, he belongs with the Bad Batch, he's still kind of questions it, you know? He questions, I mean, he at least wants the batch to be doing something, you know, to fight the Empire, you know? Whereas the rest of them are kind of just content to hiding out, doing some odd jobs for Sid. He wants to, you know, go and fight the Empire. Honestly, he wants to go be with Rex, you know? Go be with Rex and fight these bastards, which is interesting. So, yeah. Which takes us into episode 2, more on the heist at Dooku's place. Which reminds me, I was going to... now's a perfect time to look up who voices Romar. So I'm going to do that. And while my computer's turning on, I'll keep talking a bit. But that was interesting. And again, showing more of the Separatists. And we get that, and we also get it a bit in episode 3, where, you know, Romar, he was just a citizen. He was a citizen of Serena. And, you know, originally it's like, oh, well, Count Dooku, you know, he was the leader of the Separatists, and this was his home planet. And yeah, initially, everybody did want to be. They did believe in the Separatist cause, but over time, mainly people like Romar, they started to realize that Dooku wasn't really in it for. He wasn't really in it for. The separating, for the actual goal of separating. He was, you know, he was there to exploit the riches, you know, and everything. So, all right, Ruins of War. Oh, I think I recognize this guy. Okay, Hector Elizondo. I immediately recognize him because I'm pretty sure, if I can find it. Yep, okay, there it is. Alright, I'm getting so many notifications right now. But yeah, he did the voice of Wan Shi Tong in Avatar The Last Airbender. And I'm sure there's, you know, 10,000 other things on here that you could get. But when he was talking, I heard it and I was like, could that be him? And sure enough, as soon as I saw his picture, I was like, oh yeah, that's him. Wan Shi Tong. He who knows 10,000 things. So yeah, so I really liked him. He was interesting, and yeah, that whole thing was good. And Omega in that episode, it was also interesting just seeing, you know, she really wanted to go after the war chest and everything, because yeah, she misunderstood what Echo said about her, and so she was trying to help as best she could, you know. So, but definitely. You know, we always say, you know, Star Wars, there's a lot of stuff that rhymes in Star Wars. I want to believe that was, like, a lot closer. I want to believe that was, like, more intentionally closer to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, you know? Where it's like, oh, just let it go. Let this stuff go. It's not important, you know? So I like that. And yeah, so that was good. And it's also interesting, you know, seeing this guy who is a former Separatist, and yeah, he takes in these clones, you know, even though, you know, they say that, oh, you know, they're fighting against the Empire right now. He's looking at this, he still looks at them and is like, oh, yeah, well, I'll take you in because that's what I do, you know. So I like that, and I like that he gives Omega the kaleidoscope, which was cool too. And yeah, just the whole thing of like, she doesn't even realize what it is, you know. It's just a toy, you know. But it's nice. So yeah. So I like that. And then at the end of episode 2, we got Rampart killing the one guy because he doesn't want Tarkin to know that he failed in killing Clone Force 99. So yeah. That brings us into episode 3. Which again, another really good episode, Desix, and a good episode for Crosshair too, you know. And I feel like, I don't know what we're gonna do with Crosshair, you know. Like this episode kind of makes me think like, okay, are we gonna get like some sort of redemption arc or something for Crosshair? But I don't know. But I think he's definitely thinking, you know. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Crosshair because it's such an interesting idea of having one of the main characters end up becoming sort of a bad guy, you know? But he is still a main character, you know? So yeah, so that was really good. And meeting up with Cody, I really like that, because that is one of the questions you have after... I don't know why my laptop fan is going crazy right now, but anyway. But that's kind of one of the questions you have after Revenge of the Sith is, what happened to Cody, you know? Like, we know what happened to Rex, but, you know, Rex was a character who was introduced... Rex was a character who was introduced in the Clone Wars, you know? Whereas Cody was in the prequel trilogy, and then he had appearances in the Clone Wars too. But the last place we saw him was on Utapau when he attacked Obi-Wan, you know? So yeah. So Cody, again though, retained his personality, which is interesting. But obviously, you know, he accepted Order 66. You know, we saw him speak to the Emperor directly, which was crazy. But yeah, but he kept his personality, he kept his name, and all of his men have kept their names too, you know, which is really interesting. So it kind of makes you think, like, okay, so there must be just different degrees to which someone is, you know, taken over by Order 66, you know? And while there are a lot of clones who were, you know, just completely taken, there are some who, while they follow orders, they do still retain their personality. The problem with that is that leads to them questioning the Order, questioning what they're doing with the Empire. And sure enough, you know, Cody immediately went AWOL. I like that. I kind of like that that's in the background too, you know? Like, I would almost expect that with Cody, you would do this big, like, a big episode where you save Cody or something, but no, Cody just, like, left, like, in the middle of the night, you know? Like, that was crazy. So, but I like that. And it's definitely got Crosshair thinking, I think, you know? And I like the whole thing that he said of, you know, what makes us different from battle droids is that we make our own decisions, and then we have to live with them, you know? But that was good. And again, showing more of the Separatists, you know, showing them as actual people, you know, the governor of Desix, who, you know, she believed in the Separatist cause, but did not want, you know, didn't really want war. After a time, you know, realized that the war wasn't a good idea. So she was one of the people with the senator who tried to pass a bill between the Republic and the Separatists to end the war. And I remember that. I remember that part of Clone Wars. So that was some really good stuff. And then, you know, the rest of that episode was also just some good fun of, you know, clones versus droids. I love battle droids. They're so goofy. But I really like that. Seeing them in combat with battle droids was cool. And then I like at the end the whole thing, you know, just chucking the reflective puck. And as soon as it lines up with the others, Crosshair takes the shot, you know? So that was really good. I enjoyed that. And yeah, then we had the whole thing, you know, Cody promising, like, oh, we can have a peaceful surrender. But then, you know, Governor Bitch was just like, oh, to execute her. And Crosshair followed orders. And it's like, oh, we'll put a body in the square to give them a reminder. And it's like, bitch, you know, it's really interesting watching this right after Andor too, because you had a lot of the same stuff, a lot of Empire bitches in Andor, you know. So yeah, but that was a really good episode. I enjoyed that. And yeah, an episode just with Crosshair, not with the rest of, you know, the good batch, I guess. The good bad batch, you know. But an episode just about Crosshair. I really enjoyed that. And then episode 4, again, despite the fact that I would say that episode 4 you could call a filler episode, I think was really fun, you know. So yeah, we had Sid going in for riot racing and everything, and had her droid Teo going against Jet Venom. Oh, I freaking love that name. That's freaking great. And yeah, Sid makes too many bets and owes too much money to this dude. So then when Teo is taken out, it's up to Tech to do it. And I love because see, it's an interesting thing where I feel like in normal things, it's like, oh, yes, well, the droid can make all these, super precise calculations, and that's how they're able to win. But for some reason, Teo, the droid the robot is not able to win. Well, then the human goes in there, and it's like, oh, well, the human, they're not as smart as the robot who makes all the calculations, but they have what robots don't. They have human instinct. So they go in with their human instinct and they're able to win. And that's exactly not what happened in this. It's that, no, Tech was able to make calculations better than the droid, and so he won. I love that. That's hilarious, That's really funny, actually, that it's like, yeah, no, Tech just did what he does. And that's the thing, is he went in doing what he does. He wasn't nervous. He wasn't afraid. He knew what he was going to do. He knew he was going to succeed. And he got all the information he needed. He made the calculations. He made the strategies. He did it, and he won. So yeah, when they get out, when he gets back there, and they're like, "Oh, you won," and he's just like, "You seem surprised." It's like there is like no confidence shaking with Tech. It's the funniest thing, So I like that. And while we do have, we do definitely have human moments with Tech, Like, honestly, him defecting from the Empire and saving Omega, that's a human moment, because you would think that would be, that's the thing. It's like, oh, it doesn't, logically, it doesn't make sense why we would do this, but he did it, So I like that while there are human moments with Tech, obviously, I love when he just goes in and calculates shit, It's amazing. So yeah, he did it. He figured out how to go fast. He just ditched his weapons to go faster. And then he took that left tunnel and was able to make it through, and yeah, he won. And he knew how to, take out their whole grabbing buzzsaw thing, and yeah, he made it out of there and he won. And again, it was just like, to him, there was never any doubt that he would win, Like, as soon as he got all the information, it's like, all right, then I'm going to win, and he did, and I really enjoy that. So yeah, even for an episode that one could consider filler, I would say that was a really good, fun episode. And I think too, it's the fact that it was just such a good, fun episode, because I remember, there are some filler episodes, I'd say, of season 1, like, similarly dealing with an associate of Sid. There was that one guy, Roland, the guy who doesn't have a Star Wars name, that Roland guy from last season. I remember that episode. It was okay, but overall it was just kind of there, It was fine, but whatever. But this one, I don't know, there's just something about this episode that was a lot of fun. So yeah. And yeah, I'd say, again, that's a really solid start to the season, Like, that was really good, really fun. I mean, we kind of say this about Star Wars, animated shows, but, I mean, it's just a thing about shows in general, is that sometimes it takes a little more than a season for them to really find their footing, and I feel like they've found their footing here, I feel like they've got the Bad Batch down now, where, you look back at Clone Wars, you look back at Rebels, those first seasons of those shows, they can be a bit rough around the edges, but then you really start to get some really good stuff from both of them, and the same goes for here. Now, I never got that with Resistance, and I went a fair way into Resistance, but I just could never get into it. But I don't know. That could just be me. I don't know. I don't know. I never really hear people talk about Resistance anyway, so oh well. But still, it wasn't terrible. It's just, I just don't think it was for me. But this was a whole lot of fun. So what did you think of these first 4 episodes of The Bad Batch? I just think these were really good. Even this last episode being kind of fillery, I just really enjoyed it. So yeah. We'll be back next month, because I can't do this, once a week. That would be a little bit too much. We'll be back next month to do the next 4 episodes, but next week, here in this Tuesday time slot, I will be doing a movie reaction to something. I haven't quite nailed down what I'm going to be reacting to, so... But yeah, next week we'll have a movie reaction, and then we'll be back next month for the next 4 episodes of The Bad Batch. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Bad Batch reactions, as well as another playlist, let's go with Andor reactions for that one. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.